In this video, we're going to show you how to remove the tail lights of a Model 3 right here. So let's just go right into it. First off is you have to remove this little trim right here that kind of goes on the back side. And the easiest way that I found is starting right here where the latch is, and just kind of pulling down. There's going to be 4 white clips here, which is actually quite hard to remove. There we go, I kind of got it loosened up. Okay, so that's out. It's not actually removed, but it's out of track. It's kind of what you're trying to do. I found that this is probably the easiest way, at least for me. There we go. Oh, and then it just kind of comes off, just like that. So before we move on, what you want to do is remove this white clips. These clips are incredibly hard to remove. So I found that it's very difficult, to be honest. It's hard for me to remove this right here. I actually have a couple of clips right here that I need to remove. This one's actually pretty, could use a new one maybe. I'm actually gonna grab a new one for this one. This broke. And what you do is you kind of grab this trim tool right here, kind of move it side to side, and then you'll be able to remove it. Okay, same thing here, side to side. Just leveraging this with the trim tool provided. Sometimes I just move it around a little bit. There we go. It's like no easy way to do it, to be honest, but you're just kind of moving it around. You go left, right, and then once you have both of them, you can kind of pull it out. Okay, same thing here. Left, right. Oh, that one came out real easy. There's this one clip right here. I'm actually going to go ahead and grab one. I have some extra ones. And I'll put a link out. This is a really common one that does break. It's this blue one right here. You can get it on Amazon, but you could also get it, on Tesla Service Center. Okay. Before we move on, I'm going to advise that you put all the white clips back on. When you get time to putting it all back together, it's just going to be a lot easier that way. So go ahead and just put all of it back. You notice right here, 4 white clips. This is going to be the hardest one to remove, and when we put it back, we'll show you in another portion after we're done with the trunk catch. But we're just going to go ahead and put it right here and nice and safe. Now that we have this, you're revealing these little clips. So you're going to go ahead. I like using the trim tool actually because it's a nice angle. You're going to bring this down on that red, and then when you pull that red, it just kind of comes out. So you pull it first, which removes the latch, and then when you pull it a little bit more, it actually removes it completely. Same thing here, guys. It should be very, very simple. Do not force it. Anything with connections, you never really want to force anything. It should come out really, really easy, just like that. Once that's removed, with the tool that we provide this handle and an 8mm socket right here. You're gonna go ahead and loosen this up. And then go all the way. Oops. I got my 8mm over there. Let's go ahead and loosen both of them up. So if this is your first time removing this tail light, it might be a little tighter. I have removed the tail light on this before, so it will be a little bit easier for me. So once you're at this point, what you want to do, there you go. This is, that's how it should be. You're going to go ahead and use one of these tools. There's going to be 2, I guess, like pressure points right here. You're just going to insert in between. Kind of go here, and then there we go. That actually loosened it up. And once you loosen it up, it should just pop out. And you can see these 2 are what I was loosening from the side. So we're going to do the same thing here. I like starting it like right here, and it just kind of loosens up. And that is how you remove the tail light on the Model 3. And you can see now that we have it done, you can really go all the way in there. You could also go right in here on the license plate. So let's go ahead and get the taillights and go ahead and just put it in there first. So all you're gonna do is just line it up, and that's it. You're gonna do the same thing right here. And keep in mind, I don't have it bolted just yet. And then we're gonna go ahead and get our 8mm right here and just tighten this up right here. There's gonna be an area right next to the plug. Okay. Guys, by the way, do not over tighten the taillights. You just need to hold it in place. So don't overdo it and don't over tighten. Some people try to muscle it. Once you feel some tension, I typically just lay off, and then that's it. And then let's make sure we connect it, push it in, and then push this red back in, and you'll hear a very, very obvious click. Let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, which is right here. When you do this, guys, hold the taillight because it will just pop out because nothing is holding it right now at the moment. Once you have it, typically it does get easier. I typically avoid using power tools for these just because it's more delicate, and you should probably do the same. All right, so everything is in and we're good to go. I'm just gonna double check the alignment. This looks really good. You see how tight this area is, and this is kind of why we remove it. We've seen most of them are pretty tight like this, okay? So now that we're done, we're gonna go ahead and put this back on. If you remember, I put all the clips back on right away so I don't have to deal with this later. So obviously my car is slightly lifted right now, but we're gonna go ahead and do our best. Right here, I kind of use my, there we go. This is an alignment point. You can kind of see where everything is first as well. Okay, so like right now, that's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, and then. So it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but what I did, remember those 4 white clips I told you about that I put it in place? Those are what I was looking at. I was looking through the crevices right here and making sure that it's inside the hole. Then I actually put it in place, and everything else should align. And then I kind of just use my wrist or my knuckles and kind of get everything. And you'll hear that obvious click, and that means it's good. Fortunately, there's nothing to connect here other than those 2 tail lights. I made sure of that. And then before I move on, I do want to just ensure that the lights are good. There should be no reason why it shouldn't be, but you can see that the lights are turning on and it is lighted up. This is a safety issue, so you do want to make sure that you double check that it is plugged before you actually start driving. So that is how you put back the taillights.